ever hear a superstar say something so casually
Four. You gotta do 4 more seasons.
that it doesn't hit you until 5 seconds later? Because that's exactly what just happened with Kevin Durant. It starts like any other viral clip, a random pull-up, a phone camera, a fan hyped, energy loud, laughter in the background. Nothing serious. And then the question drops, 4 more seasons? 4. The fans smiling, the crowd's joking, it feels playful. But KD's answer? Not playful, not dramatic, not theatrical, just calm, controlled. He basically says he might only have 1 year left in him. 1 year. And for a split second, you don't process it. Because this is KD, the same 7-foot sniper who still pulls up over defenders like they're cones in a workout drill, the same guy who can give you 30 without breaking a sweat, the same smooth, effortless scorer we've watched dominate for over a decade. 1 year? Hold on. You can almost hear the collective pause across the basketball world. You're gonna break a lot of hearts. That's what the fan says. And that line, it hits harder than people realize. Because whether you love him, whether you argue about his career decisions, whether you debate rings and rankings, you watched him. You felt his moments. You saw the pull-up daggers. You saw the finals performances. You saw the injuries. You saw the comebacks. KD has been part of the NBA soundtrack for years. And now he's hinting at the final track? That's not just a viral moment. That's a timeline shift. But wait, the clip doesn't stop there. Because the internet being the internet, it pivots. The lotion commercial. Yes, that commercial. For years, fans joked about his ashy legs. Memes everywhere. Group chats roasting him. Social media relentless. And what does KD do? He flips the narrative. 2 hours of work, $2 million. Let that breathe for a second. 2 hours, 2 million. That's $1 million an hour. That's generational wealth for most people in a single afternoon. And he's laughing about it. No defensiveness, no ego, no awkward energy, just smiling. That's veteran confidence. That's understanding the game beyond the hardwood. Because in today's league, your brand is part of your legacy. And KD just proves something powerful. He's comfortable in his own skin. You roast him, he monetizes it. You meme him, he turns it into a bag. That's evolution. But here's where the suspense really kicks in. Why say 1 year? Why now? Is it exhaustion from the grind? Is it reflection after everything he's been through? Is it just honesty? Or is it motivation? Because here's what makes this dangerous. When a player like KD starts talking about limited time, every game suddenly carries weight. Every jumper feels historic. Every 40-piece feels like a memory being created in real time. Every playoff run feels like it could be the last masterpiece. And legends, they don't fade quietly. They respond. KD has always responded. When people doubted him in Oklahoma City, he answered. When critics questioned him in Golden State, he answered. When injuries threatened his career, he came back and answered again. So if this really is the last year, energy, you better believe it won't be passive. It'll be surgical. It'll be precise. It'll be that same smooth mid-range pull-up that barely touches the net. And let's be real for a second, the league feels different without icons. We watched eras defined by names that became larger than basketball itself. And whether fans admit it or not, Kevin Durant is part of that generation. He's part of the debates, part of the rivalries, part of the GOAT arguments, part of the culture. So when he casually drops a line like 1 year left, it isn't just conversation, it's a countdown. And countdowns create drama. Imagine arenas knowing this might be one of the last times they see that high-release jumper live. Imagine playoff intensity with that storyline in the background. Imagine if he goes on one final scoring tier. That's cinema. That's theater. That's why this clip is bigger than lotion jokes and parking lot interviews. It's about time. It's about legacy. It's about realizing that even greatness has an expiration date. But here's the twist. KD has always thrived when narratives get loud, when critics start predicting the end, when timelines start closing in, when people get comfortable counting him out. And if this really is the final stretch, don't be surprised if it's explosive. Don't be surprised if he reminds everyone exactly who he is. Because legends don't whisper their exits. They make sure you remember them. So laugh about the commercial, laugh about the memes, but listen closely to the message. When Kevin Durant says 1 year left, that's not just a quote, that's a warning. And if this is the final chapter, every dribble, every shot, every moment matters.